This sleek-looking office tower is a great fit for any high-density North American city. With a footprint of 38 by 38 with 3 exposed facades and a 4th above the buildings behind, it stands at 152 meters tall. It features multiple setbacks across 23 floors and lets sunlight hit your city's streets. The structure contains a north shear wall with 4 elevators and 2 staircases. In CubedPack, I used mossy cobblestone walls in the jungle biome combined with purple stairs and black stained glass panes. In default textures, replace them with these blocks for a similar look. For even more Alpine, visit alpine1.co. The ground floor has a footprint of 38 by 38 divided into a structural grid. Each column is 2 by 2 and has a separation of 7 blocks. The base is composed of a 5 by 5 column grid that we will name A through E and 1 through 5. On the ground floor, the south and east sides have walls pushed back to create an open space for rain protection. The walls will wrap around the east, south, and west sides, with the north being blocked by the adjacent building. The floor to ceiling height is 7 blocks under the beams and 8 under the slab. Place your shear wall 4 blocks from columns B3 and D3 with dimensions of 8 by 8. Leave a gap for the hallway with dimensions of 8 by 3. The other half of the shear wall should also be 8 by 8, not including the northern wall. Staircases go on the north and south with entrances on opposite sides for fire safety. 4 elevators should be placed in the middle while leaving 1 elevator shaft open with the other doors closed. In the northwest corner, double up the ceiling height, add some arches, and fill in the space on the east. The second floor's lower slab is placed on top of the other one, creating 2 deep floors, 3 if you include the first floor beams. Continue the columns upwards, but cut the exterior columns in half to attach the facade later. The floor is 4 blocks tall with 2 blocks between floors from here to the top of the tower. Stack the second floor to the third. Change the stacked open area to a regular slab just like the rest of the floor. Build this same floor up to floors 4 through 8. Take the 8th floor and remove everything above the slab up to 8 blocks in from the north, just until row 2. On the east and west, cut it in by 4 blocks. Stack floor 8 up to floors 9 through 19. Cut the west side of floor 19 by 4 blocks into column B. Stack floor 19 up to floors 20, 21, and 22. Cut the east side of floor 22 in by 4 to column D. Stack floor 22 up to 23, and stack the stair overruns 5 above the slab and open it up. Continue the columns up to 8 blocks tall and add a 9th as a perimeter. Feel free to add some fancy design around the top because the structural part is all done. Now that the structure is finished, we can go ahead and start replacing materials, adding the facade, and adding the interior lighting. On the first floor, swap the columns to a dark color and add black stained glass panes from A2 to A5, A2 to D2, and D2 to D5. Add a logo on top of column A1 if you wish. It's up to you how you want to decorate the inside, but here's what I did. For the facade and tower itself, I have the corners as mossy cobblestone walls in the jungle biome, purple stairs to give it a touch of depth, black stained glass paint sticking out every 2 blocks, and birch trapdoors in the jungle hills biome for the vertical elements. Wrap the design around the sides and use a black color for anything else. Inside, change your flooring to a tile that you're likely to see in an office. Add large areas of glowstone in the centers of the structural grid, never on it. Stack it up until you hit a setback and bring the parapets up by 1 block. Do the same thing for your next floor and stack it up again until you hit that second setback. Repeat this process, hit the setback. Do it again and stack it until you get to your final floor. For the roof, cover your parapets with an alternating design of walls and full blocks, plus the trapdoors and jungle fence gates at the top to make it feel complete. On the rooftop, change the block to a dark color, add your elevator overruns, finish up the stairs, add a mezzanine, some HVAC equipment, and a green area if you're so inclined. One last thing, don't forget your lights up top so that planes can see it from the sky. Okay, hello, it's time for a tour. I have 10 minutes because I'm currently watching the Czechia-Canada game for the World Juniors, and it is between the third period and overtime in the gold medal game, so I'm going to make this quick. But yeah, so this is Monstera. It's a neighborhood in the city of Andea. But if we come down here, you know, lots of fun stuff here. I'm not done that yet. I built most of the stuff in the city. There's a few buildings down that way, and then one down that road that I did not do. But I'm going to bring you on a quick tour of this building. So we'll cross the road here. It's a pretty nice spot. I don't actually explore that much at night, but maybe I should because it looks pretty nice. My friend Jay made this very nice interior. And then walk through here. You can see some of this unfinished stuff around here. And then we get to the base of this tower. So you can see that it has this weather protection here. Very nice. Come in here. You have this nice wood here. This is probably my favorite. I think it's stripped jungle planks or jungle logs. I can't remember which, but it is one of the two. These nice big arches up top, this lighting here. Here's a logo for something. I don't know what it is yet, but maybe I'll make up a name. You can walk around here. This here, you can see that it's a slightly different shade of black. You might have to turn your brightness up a lot. This is bedrock right here. So this is the entrance to this staircase on this side. I could have put a wall, but I decided not to. And then if we come around this side, we have the entrance to the other staircase. So that's why it has that right there. And then here in CubedPack, these are just redstone torches. So we can come up here. We can, if I could go in the right direction, that would be great. There we go. So we'll come up here. And this is the second floor. And then, of course, you have your elevators. And then this one elevator shaft that I like to keep open. So if you do want to fly up, then you can. But you see the columns here, they're all on the grids. We have the lighting systems in place so that they're not along the columns. We actually have them right here in the middle. Of course, if you are going to build this, or if I was actually going to furnish this, I would need to divide it even further. I would add washrooms, 2, maybe 3 per floor. You can do different types of washrooms. It's up to you. You probably, maybe I'd stick like a boardroom back here, then maybe some offices along this wall right here. But it's very spacious and there are quite a few floors. Obviously, as you go up, the floor size does get smaller. So I'll just fly way up here real quick. So we'll go on this one for now. If I could get in here, my fly speed is very high. There we go. Okay, so we have this area. You can see it's much smaller. Very nice view of the city. Lots of nice things to see down there. Lots of skyscrapers. I love this view. This is a really nice view. This thing here. So see how as I, went up, I kind of like cut it right here. So these columns, since they are closer to the top, there's less things that they actually have to hold above them. So if you want to, your columns at the top, you can make them more thin than the ones at the bottom. So if we come over here, let's go up this staircase, and here's the second top floor. And then I believe this is the top floor here. So here you go. Pretty small, but pretty nice view. Not too bad. And if we go up here, here we go. So this is the rooftop. It's pretty nice up here too. I mean, you can't really see anything, no view outside, but you have these really big parapets up top, these double-story parapets. You have this mezzanine right here, and then actually let's go up here so we can see. So I just used iron trapdoors here. You have your stair overruns right here. You have your elevator overruns, which are these boxes right here. So the elevators are directly underneath them. So if you do need to do any maintenance on the elevators themselves or the shafts, you come up here onto the roof and then you work on these things. So then here we have our ducts, which for some reason I decided not to connect to any HVAC equipment. So that's kind of pointless. This green roof here, nothing really big, so it's not really going to do much. But it was just some empty space, and I thought, yeah, why not? I like the look of these purple bushes here, and you have some grass here as well. So let's come up here and check out this nice view. Look at that. If you do happen to need some new clothing, or you just want to support the channel, maybe grab a little coffee mug or something, feel free to go to alpine1.co and it's all there. If you do want to check out my Patreon, I do have some extra videos there. If you do want to support me while I finish my degree, that would be greatly appreciated. You can do it for $3 a month and it's a good time. Okay, that's all for today.